So the last panel topic is how is a government grant funded project assisting minority businesses? And I myself, actually, Dr. David, will be the moderator for this. Very quick background about myself. If you're just joining us, doctor of physical therapy, doctor of healthcare management, been in cannabis since 2009, 7 different cannabis companies in 5 different states. Something that's really important today is that the people, our speakers that we have today are actually part of Nabetsky, which is funded by the United States Department of Congress. Um, the Bureau of Minority Business, which is, I'm sorry, funded by the United States Department of Commerce, Bureau of Minority Business Development Agency. And their goal is to provide no-cost business development services to American Indians, Alaska Natives, and Native Hawaiians located in Arizona, Utah, Nevada, and the Navajo Nation. Their direct services include resources for starting and or growing your business, assessing capital, and locating and bidding on opportunities, market resources, export assistance, manufacturing resources, and other services as well too. With that being said, we have several people here today who are panelists. So we have Eugene Robinson, Giovanni Starks, Carolyn Graves, and Peter Schwartz. Because of our time limit, what I'd like to do is I'd like to start with Eugene Robinson. And if y'all could just give a 45-second introduction about yourself and your background. So we'll start with Eugene first, and then we'll go proceed with Giovanni next.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear
Great,
me?
Eugene. You got 45 seconds to do an introduction on yourself and on your background for the audience, please.
Sure, absolutely. So I'm Eugene Robinson. I am the co-founder and COO of Midwest Buds, located in Arizona. A little bit about my background. I have over 20 years of experience in supply chain, financial services, and working with, I was working with Intel, running their global supply chain for a couple of years, and also worked in the commercial space doing small businesses for companies like Bank of America and Chase. So that's a little bit about me, and we'll tell you a little bit more as we go along in the process here. Oh, can you not see me? He's muted. I can't hear you. You're muted.
Sorry about that. Thank you. I would say, is Giovanni with us today?
Yeah, Giovanni's here as well.
Giovanni, I will say both you guys are completely blacked out with the way you got the sun behind you, but we can see you fine. Just so you know. So no, it's all good. So Giovanni, in 45 seconds, let's talk about your background, please.
Yes, my name is Giovanni Starks. I am the CEO of Midwest Buds. I have over 15 years of sales experience, management, and coaching. I used to be a supervisor for McKesson Specialty Health. Also, I am a up-and-coming music artist in Phoenix, Arizona. And that's pretty much my background. I graduated from the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater with a degree in physical education, pre-law, and coaching. And that's pretty much it. That's the nail in the coffin for me.
You know, perfect. You did that in 39 seconds, my friend. I appreciate that. So I'd like to ask Karen Lynn Graves, who's a project director of NABEDC, to give a 45-second background on yourself first, please. Thank you. You're muted, Karen.
I'm not now.
Yep.
Karen Lynn Graves. I'm the project director for Nabetsky. So in my role, just overseeing activities, grant-funded activities, and I'm joined here by my colleague, Peter Schwartz.
And Peter, why don't you go next and end up with us?
Good afternoon, everyone. My background has been in government my whole life. I've been working in Indian country for about 25 years with economic development, job creation, and helping them assist to get into the cannabis and hemp industry. And Midwest Buzz is one of our clients, and we're here to support them.
Great. And I appreciate you both being here. And I think this is great for everyone that is listening and attending from all around the world, that Midwest Buzz is a client of Nabetsky. So I know it's a very loaded topic, and I know we only have about 15 minutes or so. So I like to ask this first question to Karen and to Peter directly. And this first question is this: could you list an example of a funded project by the government that's assisting minority businesses, and can you tell us how the project came about, pretty much, and what your role was in that? And if we could answer it within about 4 minutes, so we can ask a couple more questions, that'd be great.
Sure. So let me start with how Nabetsky got started.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, so about 4 or 5 years ago, the U.S. Department of Commerce, Bureau of Minority Business Development, started hearing a lot of talks in the background from different communities about not getting the services that they were looking for. So more specifically, our American Indians, Alaska Natives, and Native Hawaiians. So the NBDA did what's referred to as a tribal consultation and started getting feedback to find out what could we do a little bit different. So what came as a result of that was we need to have more presence. So there was a grant opportunity that went out, and our office, and we are operated or overseen by the Arizona Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We went after this grant and we were able to receive it. So essentially what we do under our grant, we call it Nabetsky, but we provide business development services. So that's everything from helping to find money, different types of loan, investment opportunities, to just business education from startup and beyond. So more specifically with ours, we ended up serving veterans, our youth, women, immigrants, disabled individuals, a whole gamut of different services that we're providing to all. So essentially, again, it all stems under MBDA, for Minority Business Development Agency.
Great. And then and you said that Eugene and Giovanni, they're clients of yours, correct?
They are clients of ours. And
so could you do this really quick for the audience? Did you find them or did they find you? And like, how did that interaction go? Like, tell our audience, like, how do they find out about Nabetsky and how that whole interaction went through? That'd be great.
So they are clients, direct clients of Peter's, and I'm going to go ahead and let Peter explain how we found each other.
So Midwest Buzz, they reached out to us and explained what they were trying to get into the hemp industry with the legalization that was coming up of it. And they were already into the cannabis industry, and just asked for our help and advice on how to do things. So obviously with the government, that's each state is different what they have. And so we're trying to help them get into the underprivileged areas, the opportunity zones, these type of things, to conduct their business, to help in the rural areas. And then we're here, of course, here to support them and with trying to find investors and these type of things.
If I may, I'm sorry, let me add one more piece to this, because I want to make sure we're connecting the dots. Another thing that we're assisting them with is relationships with different tribes. We know that we need to have economic development, activities within our different tribal communities, and what better way than having their product. So it's not a secret that, you may have hemp, you may have cannabis, but you also have the wraparound services. We have agriculture companies who provide, different fertilizers. You have packaging. It's a whole lot of different services that are provided. So, but we're honored, like I shared, to have them as our clients. So we're able to help connect those dots with them.
So Eugene, and my question to you is, Eugene, what were the first steps that you took with Nabetsky?
The first step that we took was reaching out to see what type of services they can help us with. And then we sat down with Peter, who's an awesome guy, and kind of, like you said, laid out our, our process and what we were looking to do. And he has helped us out with relationships, like Karen said, with the Indian tribes out here in Nevada. Unfortunately, due to COVID, those talks kind of slowed down. So we're hoping to get those ramped back up this year. And yeah, just getting us into spaces that a lot of other companies can't get into otherwise.
And I don't know if you said this to the audience. How long have you been working with Peter and Karen for?
Peter, what, 3 years? Two
About
and a half
3
years, 3
years.
years?
3 years.
Oh, great. So let me ask you guys then both, and Karen or Peter, you can answer this question first. Is what would be, Peter and Karen, for people that should be reaching out to you? What would be like the top three things they should think about Nabetsky and say, wait, we should call Peter and Karen?
Number one, if you are looking to even get started in any type of business industry, I would say connect with us. If you are
So
looking
industry
for
agnostic then, correct?
industry agnostic, we are
Perfect.
open to absolutely everyone. We help everyone. The other thing too is capital. We know all businesses need money. That's why we have this cannabis investment forum today. They need money. The other thing is those connections and those relationships. That's one thing that our office is known for, is knowing how to connect those dots to different industry professionals. Even by way of you, by way of our partner here, Roderick, with us today, just utilizing those different relationships so we can help connect the dots. So those are our top three things that we can do.
Okay, great. And Eugene and Giovanni, what would you like to add on top of that as well too, if anything that Karen just said?
For us, what I think I would like to add is that working with Nabetsky, it has given us an opportunity, like my business partner said, to get into those opportunity zones and speak with these tribal leaders on another level. Especially in Arizona, we all know, like, kind of like the casino industry is dying in Arizona. There's not a whole lot of it. So with those people, they have to figure out other ways to generate revenue. And coming into their area, being able to provide a quality product that can either help with quality building materials, educating them on the uses of cannabis and the uses of hemp and what it can all do, as far as making affordable building material, hempcrete, concrete, whatever. It's something that they can definitely grasp onto and make money outside of the casino industry. And at the same time, we can provide services to other Arizonians that may be looking for job, assisting with inmates coming out of prison and stuff like that. It's just a wide range of us trying to help everyone around us and succeed at the best.
Great. Now we do have about 8 minutes left, and Nabetsky, I probably is a very new concept to a lot of people on this call and at this event right now. It's also probably new to a lot of investors and accredited investors that we have here listening. So Karen and Peter, I'd like to give you the floor for the next 3 or 4 minutes to really talk more about Nabetsky, how people can find you, interact with you, how you can deal with investors as well too. So I'd like to kind of give you an open forum for 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'll cut you off because I'll have one last question for everyone. All right.
Okay, we definitely appreciate that. So the first way to get a hold of us is by our website, nabedc.com. So www.nabedc.com has all of our information on there. Specifically on the investor side, for those who are looking to invest and they want to, they can come to us. We can help, again, make those different connections to the people that we're working with. Right now, currently, we're working with the company that does Humate. So that's a natural fertilizer, so we can get them connected. Peter, you want to add on to that?
Yeah, the Humate is actually something that NASA is going to be using to send up to the moon. It's a natural fertilizer. It comes from the coal part of it, and it comes out of the Navajo Nation in New Mexico.
Other services, and you mentioned them earlier on, we have of course, our elevator pitches, everybody. So I'll kind of tone it down just a little bit. But again, back to the money, back to the wraparound services. We even assist with marketing, helping with websites, helping with getting emails set up. And we're going to talk to our friends here in a second about that as well. But we just want to make sure that our clients are always putting their best foot forward. Our overarching goal, if you will, is economic development, all these different communities that we're serving. So at the end of the day, if you have someone who is, like our clients here who are, with cannabis and everything else, we want to make sure that we get packaging people involved, artists involved, website developers involved. We want to get as many people involved to help that company. We believe you cannot do things on your own. It takes a community to lift everybody up. So that's pretty much our philosophy within Nabetsky. And again, we do serve, our American Indian, Alaska Native Hawaiians, but we serve all minorities because essentially at the end of the day, we're all helping each other.
And Karen, I don't think you said it. How many years has Nabetsky been around for?
We've only been around for 2 years, since 2019. And so my background kind of mirrors Peter's a little bit in that I also come from a government background. So I used to work for Governor Napolitano's one of her projects in Arizona. So, I mean, we come from a very unique background in terms of business development services. So I've been doing business and professional development services for more than 25 years now.
Great.
And,
Excellent.
and I've been working with, under grants with the Minority Business Development Agency for about 13 years now.
And if I'm correct, you all help people all throughout all 50 states. That's correct?
That is correct.
Excellent. And now we do have a couple minutes left. And Eugene and Giovanni, if you all been working with Peter and Karen for a while, could you please talk about the experience you've had or any words of encouragement for other listeners here today, other people that need the help of Nabetsky? Could you give a little bit of insight, maybe some words of encouragement?
Yeah.
So that'd be great.
Yeah, working with Nabetsky, one thing that we've learned as partners is that you got to have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed when you come to Nabetsky. You have to have a plan of attack. You can't go in it blindly. You have to know where you want to execute, what areas you want to touch, and what you need them to do. So you have to have a concise plan so that you can direct Nabetsky as to what you need. And I think me and my business partner, ourselves, we've kind of put it in their hands with helping us with getting into these meetings with tribal leaders and stuff like that, which has been a very insightful, because then we get to learn about what their struggles are, what their pain points are. And then where we can come in to alleviate those pain points and try to generate revenue for them and their people as well. You want to touch on it a little bit?
Yeah, no, just to kind of piggyback off that, like Giovanni said, they've opened up doors, that no one else can open up. So we're pretty much one of one in the industry right now, because we're the only ones that are backed by a government agency like this. So it's pretty rare to have an agency like this to have your back. And we're very grateful for the relationship that we've created with them.
And I will say, just for myself, as an investor and as someone that represents many investors, I think this is great, and I'm happy y'all were here today, because never heard of Nabetsky, didn't know that was even around. And at our own company, UCS Advisors, we do get a lot of phone calls for people that need help, need assistance, and looking for other programs that can help them assess them. And what I'm hearing a lot is also a lot of, kind of like Karen and Peter, you guys are doing also a lot of mentorship, which
Absolutely.
is so important in this industry. I know we only have 2 minutes left. So the first thing I'm going to say is, please make sure you put your information in the chat room. Okay. Please make sure people can see that. I already saw a few people pop up asking for last names, asking for contact information. Also, please make sure you check the question and answer, because I believe there's 1 or 2 questions already popped up for y'all.
Okay.
And with that being said, Karen and Peter, for the last 90 seconds, the floor is yours. What is the lasting message you want to leave the audience here today?
The lasting message: come to us for all business development services. That's the lasting message. We can provide connections and wraparound services. We don't pretend to know everything, but like I said earlier, we have those connections so we can help people, make sure that they get connected in industry. So we would appreciate it if you have any questions whatsoever about business development, specifically even now in the cannabis industry, and what we can do to provide services, wraparound support for you. Let us know, and we'll be sure to make sure we answer. I see all the questions too, and we'll certainly put all of our information in there.
And then Eugene and Giovanni, you have any last parting words for the audience at all?
Yeah, I do. We need money. We need investment money.
Well, I will say this, and I'm going to take a message out of John Domanic, and I'm going to take a message from Matt Norgren, is that, remember, you need to be prepared. And what we tell all our clients here at UCS Advisors, failure to plan is planning to fail.
Definitely.
And you really need to always think those 3 or 4 steps ahead. Peter and Karen, thank you so much. And thank you for introducing this entire crowd of over 250 plus participants to let them be educated about Nabetsky. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Midwest Buds, wishing you all the best of luck. Keep up the good work. And that wraps up the end of our panel selection.